This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just
This
stop.
is a sham.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Monday, everybody. It's so good to be back in
Yes.
studio. Gonna kick the dirt off the tires a little bit.
There you go.
Haven't been here in a while.
Yeah.
How'd you guys celebrate the holidays? You guys have a good holiday?
Hung out with the fam. We did it over Zoom because of obviously Omicron, and my girl wasn't feeling great, so we erred on the side of caution. And everybody's fine. She was fine, but we made sure everybody stayed fine. So we had a good time.
Right.
And how many baby's first Christmas ornaments did you get?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. First
You're a
of all,
full house.
we had like 12 people total over, and Kinsley was so happy. She had her little cousin August. That's my sister's daughter, my niece.
I love that name.
She like kissed her and was like being super nice, waking her up every morning and like standing over her bassinet, like, "Hey, how you doing? Wake up, little cousin." So it was just really nice.
Are you
to have
sure she wasn't
everybody
just
there.
establishing dominance? Like
She was like, "I'm the mom."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful. You had all the family in town?
Yeah, it was nice. I really had a good time, and it was relaxing. But it's one of those things that's like you do the whole thing, and now you're like, "Okay, I could sleep for like another
Tired,
week. I need like a different week off."
Yes, well, that's what I did. I took another week off. So we went back to Chicago, saw my family. It was wonderful. I haven't been home in like 2 years. My kids got to keep the tradition going of making those homemade raviolis with their grandmother.
You need to bring us some.
Yeah, let's
I'll
start
bring
that
you some.
tradition.
I'll definitely bring you some.
What do you think we would turn it down?
I'll bring them.
Yes, we
no
need it.
problem.
Like tomorrow?
I got to make some more. We ate them all. Over the holidays. But it was just fantastic. Then we were home at our house for Christmas Day,
That's
and having
beautiful.
the kids run downstairs in the morning is a beautiful
You
thing,
did it.
man. It's a beautiful
that's
thing.
it.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
can't wait
finish
till
line.
Kinsley gets a little older that I can do the Elf on the Shelf and all the different fun things.
We
like,
had all that.
make her
all
go
that.
to sleep and
They're
like,
all just parenting school tools to make your kid act a
Behave.
little better.
Exactly. Yeah. Life is about incentives.
That's right. All right, guys. So how did Hollywood celebrate this Christmas? Let's take a look at a couple of them. First up, Madonna. She spent the holiday with 3 of her daughters and took to Instagram to show off their festive matching outfits. She even wore a crown, dubbing herself Queen of Christmas. Of course she did.
I think that's Mariah Carey's title.
Oh.
yeah, don't play with
Might
Mariah.
be fighting words.
Hey.
Next up, John Travolta. He shared a video of his Christmas celebration with his kids. It starts with him in bed reading a visit from St. Nicholas to his 2 kids and ends up with the trio together on the couch.
I love it.
I do love that. I do love that. Nick Cannon shared photos of himself with his children. This is his first Christmas since losing his infant son to brain cancer. Very sad. So I'm sure that was tough for
Yeah.
Nick, but also appreciative, right, of his other kids. Cardi B posed with her 2 daughters in an Instagram post called Red Christmas, and Khloe Kardashian cuddled her daughter True in their Santa-themed photo shoot. But if you wanted to spend Christmas with Oprah, you had to be vaccinated, you had to be boosted, tested, and quarantined. And after going through what she calls the policy, Oprah was finally able to meet her best friend Gail's grandbaby. Take a look.
Waiting to see me. I've been waiting to see you.
Now, listen, I would jump through all those hoops. I already jumped through those hoops, but to spend it with Oprah, I would.
Yeah.
But if a family member told you need to be vaccinated, you need to quarantine for 14 days before you come to my house, is that something you guys are doing?
Quarantine how was my question. And
Well,
like you
okay,
have
look.
14 days too, I'm jumping to conclusions.
Well, listen, Oprah is hilarious because she's been this serious since the beginning of COVID. Like, she had Stedman stay in the side house. Now, Oprah's the type of person that
Of
has...
course did you see Stedman in that video?
Yes,
by the way?
yeah.
That's all I saw in the back. I'm like
but she's so serious. Like, she has the quarters for people to quarantine on her property for a week or 2 weeks.
Oh,
So like,
that's true.
right? Like, no one. If I'm going to New York, like, where am I going, Ma? Like, where do you want me to stay? You want me to get a 2-week hotel for me, Colin, and the baby? Like,
About $28,000.
Right, I need a rich auntie like Oprah, and then maybe we can make this happen.
So what policy did you have for people visiting? If you don't,
You had
don't
to have
mind
the
me
flu
asking?
shot. You had to have the COVID vaccine, and then we had kids. They only had the flu shot. So those are really the thing. I didn't make people take the test again, just because I know that by the time I started thinking about a policy, like it was a week away, and like you said, trying to get a test last minute is crazy.
Yeah, I wish they were a little bit more available. You know what I mean? So especially around the holiday season, if you could just test people, wait 15 minutes, you know, at least get an idea of what's going on, and then they could quarantine, because nobody wants to give that to their family, right? So
I think that's going to be the future. Yeah, I signed up, full disclosure, I know this is the entertainment portion, but I signed up for this thing where we get a testing kit, and it's through the hospital, and just so we can test ourselves when we leave the house. And I think they'll be more available, and it'll just be a common thing where people are like, oh, we're going to do a long weekend with Jeff and his wife. We'll
peace of mind.
Make everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Or just make as much money as Oprah, and you could have your own.
Yeah, get quarters like that, and I'll come stay
can all stay in my different houses.
Stay in my guest house for a week and a half. We'll have it catered. All right. So, do moms get the short end of the stick when it comes to Christmas gifts?
Yes.
Ooh. All right. Lindsay's already on board. Last year, SNL did a holiday skit titled "I Got a Robe." First, let's take a look at the skit featuring Kristen Wiig as mom.
It's Christmas morning. Let's open up our presents.
Well, I got a Nerf gun.
I got a hat.
I got an autographed baseball bat. I got a telescope.
I got a globe.
I got a watch.
And I got a robe.
I got Hulk hands. I got a tie.
I got a copy of The Catcher in the Rye.
I got a drum set.
I got a phone.
I got a pen.
And I got a robe.
So a year later, and it looks like moms still agree. This mom posted to Twitter saying, the skit describes my Christmas experience since childbearing, and I watch it while I wrap my presents to me. Wow. Another mom posted, my present is the coffee maker my husband wants. Instead of being mad, the kids and I are making an SNL skit like I Got a Robe to ruthlessly mock him. Wow, people are upset. But how is a Hulk glove better than a robe? Are we just like...
Well, it's more like the quantity of items. Like, you see lots under the tree for everybody. But the mom, like, Colin helped me pay for the things, but I went and gathered them for everybody. So everybody had like 5 gifts. Colin bought me a beautiful gift, but like, you know, you left for dead out here as the mom. Nobody cares about the mom once you have a little baby. But I will say, as the mom gets older, I saw like The Rock bought his mom a car. I took my mom to Europe gave her a plane ticket. I think when you get older, you do grandiose things for your parents when you can afford them.
Well, I did that, but it backfired. I haven't talked to you guys. My Christmas is bad.
I haven't.
Oh,
Please.
no. I tried to go big for my girl, and things got delayed because of COVID, and a trip that I had planned exploded in my face in terms of the planning and
So did you print out like this was the itinerary?
Yeah, I had to just tell, it was real bad. So, I mean, I made it up with something else, but it was like, I tried to go big, and it's hard to go big in the time of COVID, so this really hit me hard.
Wow.
I don't even know if I got a robe.
It's tough for dads out there, too.
It's real bad.
But
because the kids are taking care of it. I don't want anything, so I don't know what to get anybody else.
Me too. So Jordan, my neighbor's like, so what'd you get, Jordan?
I was about to ask you.
So this is funny. So Jordan goes, oh, Jeff got me a vacuum. And I was like, hold on a second.
Wait, yeah,
I'm like, hold on a second. I'm like, I did not get you a vacuum. You wanted a Roomba. You know those things?
Yeah, I have a Roomba.
Okay, but just shouting out, Jeff got me a vacuum, like, you can't say that.
That's going to be the next SNL skit.
And she's like, what do you mean you can't say that? I go, if you said that like on social media that Jeff got me a vacuum, you know how I would get killed on social media. But I got a Roomba because we sweep 10 times a day with the kids, and she got me a toolbox like thing to organize.
That you've been asking for.
We sound like we're in 1950 going.
That's the thing. I never knew what to get my dad my whole life, so I got him a tool or a toolbox every year. I'm sure he's tired. Now I got him some Ugg slippers this year, but like, what do you get a dad? I don't even know what dads want.
So dads are feeling the pain too.
But everybody gets them like a tool or something. So.
No, and then you start getting to the stage where you get those ties, and it gets goofy.
It's a weird thing. It just kind of shows that there is a disconnect with you and your parents, because if you guys were closer, you would know, which is kind of depressing, but you should know. Yeah, I don't know.
But my dad always used to tell me, like, get me undershirts, and I just thought that I didn't want to wrap undershirts. So I'd rather get a tool, just because, and he's like, I don't even want this.
My dad didn't want anything, which is very...
It seems like that's what they want.
It's more like it's for you. Like, you're getting them stuff to make yourself happy. When my dad's like, I only want an undershirt.
It's too crazy. I don't need anything, and I just get my family now gift cards, my nieces, and then my go-to wine of the month, beer of the month club. They get it for 6 months.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm out.
That's great.
Or
6 months gift. That keeps on giving.
Right? Hey. Jeff knows how to do it. All right, so we're going to change gears a little bit. Our movie's back. Spider-Man No Way Home just crossed the 1 billion mark in global ticket sales, making it the first and only film this year to do so. It is also the first movie to cross that threshold since the pandemic began almost 2 years ago. I went to the movies twice over Christmas break. I went and saw Encanto, fantastic, and then we went and saw Sing 2 with the kids.
I love that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So I think movies are coming back.
Well, for certain ages. I mean, think about the 2 movies you saw for younger kids that are going to watch that movie probably 200 times before their life is over.
It's already on Disney Plus, and we watch it 10 more times.
Oh my goodness, I can't imagine. But in the other demo, which is different from your children's demo, the one that has money, is the Marvel Avengers comic book universe.
Right.
And I think that's why this is always going to make money, because it's the only thing that's almost like appointment movie television kind of thing, where you have to see it in that moment to then talk about it online. So people are going to be fervent about seeing it. So I think that's why we got those numbers.
Versus like West Side Story, nobody went to go see that. It kind of bombed. It kind of bombed because it was only in theaters. And I was like, I thought the whole reason was because they didn't provide it on streaming platforms like HBO Max. But because that's where I'm watching movies probably for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
You guys are brave. But like, you know, I'm kind of like thinking that maybe this proves me wrong. People are going to the theaters.
I didn't think people were
like the
until
demographic,
this.
the age group. Maybe people who want to see West Side Story might be a little bit older because it's something from their past that they want to watch. Spider-Man is the young group that they're like, vaccine, I'm 20 years old.
Exactly.
I'm going to live forever.
I think
You
it
know
needs
what
to be like a blockbuster, like you said, Marvel Universe, something that's like, you know, is going to make money, which is why they keep recreating them. That's the only way you're going to fill out the theater, I think.
And they threw in, I guess, well, I probably shouldn't throw any spoilers in there, but they did bring back some
major
surprise characters.
Yeah,
right.
and that's why people pay the money to go, because you need to be right there. So when they do it, you say, oh my goodness, I can't believe that person's back. You go online and you can talk about it. But if you haven't seen the movie, you can't. That's where we get that big, huge number from.
And if you're not into that, Sing 2, fantastic.
That's right.
I'm going to go check that out when it comes out.
Or watching a ton of terrible bowl games like me.
There you go. All right, coming up by DBL, actor Adam Rodriguez stopped by DBL what he knows about the steamy Magic Mike rumors. But first, Valerie Bertinelli shares a personal video about struggling with body image. Stay with us.
My best to distract my mind.
Closed captioning provided by
So you guys saw that video with Oprah and Stedman and everybody chanting. Everybody asked, what does Stedman do? Like, what's his role in the relationship? I want to let everybody know, Stedman was a very successful lawyer and made millions, has his own money. Now, he might just be chilling. If I was dating Oprah, there's no need for 2 incomes when you have the sum of 20 incomes.
But you never hear from him. You know what I mean?
Ever.
The day in
Do you know
social
what his
media,
voice sounds
and the
like?
day you could hear from anybody, you never hear
I
Stedman.
only hear like,
He's just in the background,
yeah.
like he doesn't talk. And I wonder what he does like after that's done. Like, all right, I'm out. I'm
He's
going
like-
back.
Like, is he like matter of fact? Is he playful? Like, what's his personality?
He's like
right?
Teller from Penn and Teller. Is that the one that doesn't? Yeah.
That guy
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah,
talk.
he doesn't. I don't know what he sounds like. I don't know what he thinks about.
I know
who he
Oprah
voted
cooks a
for.
lot, so she was bringing him plates when she made him quarantine in her side house. She was like passing them through the window.
Yeah, I think
She-
her people were bringing those.
No, she had a video on Instagram.
I mean, but for the video, yes. But
For
I
the
think
video,
other
what-
than that, she's like, she pushes the button and it's just done.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, I don't hate Oprah for having all
I think
that. You know what I mean?
Oprah enjoys her money.
For real.
I think she really
She's got a
like.
compound.
But
Yeah,
also, who has
several, I think.
the thing I was thinking about is who has the time off. Most people don't have 14 PTO days to marinate at Oprah's house
I think
while they wait for Christmas, unless they're working
Yeah,
from
I
home.
wonder if it was 14
like we couldn't.
days. You think it was? That's crazy.
Well, that's what it's always been. So let's say it's 10 or 7. That's still adding 7 more to your already Christmas break.
I know. That seems like
So you
a
need
lot.
to take off like 2 to 3 weeks.
You think Gail was like a little like Oprah? I'm not gonna.
I think Gail
14
runs
days?
I think Gail's her best friend, so I think Gail probably got a different deal. But if you were like, I want to meet Oprah,
No.
they're
But
like,
do you
"This
think
is what you
Gail and
gotta
Stedman
do."
ever get together and they're like, Oprah?
Probably. That's her friend.
Welcome back to DBL. For Valerie Bertinelli, the struggle is real when it comes to her body image. The actress took to Instagram on Christmas Eve to talk about her struggles with her body. Take a look.
I'm standing out in the rain. Because I'm doing my best to distract my mind from spiraling to a place of self-loathing, because I saw a picture of myself today that made me want to do that. I am not where I want to be right now, and I am doing my best to be positive and more full of joy, and hopefully my body will follow along. Not there yet.
Valerie goes on to say that she does allow herself to find joy and is grateful for many things. This isn't the first time she opened up on social media. In July, she posted a video after people said she needed to lose weight next to a recipe she had posted online. I feel bad for Valerie Bertinelli. We did this story in July, like when she posted the last video, but I feel like she carries, again, a lot of that weight on her shoulders. And I'm not using that as a pun or anything, because a lot of people know what she's going through. And it's not just women, it's men too, especially around the holidays. I packed on a couple pounds, right? My family members are like, I need to lose a couple weight. So I think people want to start off fresh for the new year. But what Valerie's going through, I think a lot of us could relate to.
And I think the pressure is on, because for me anyway, why I took a break for social media after having a baby, because you're constantly looking at people who had babies who snapped back. And that's not even a good term to use. Like, okay, naturally your body took 9 months to gain the weight. Give yourself at least 9 months to get it off.
Right.
You know, but constantly you see these images of people who done it quicker. And so even me, I'm like, okay, I need a minute, because this was a whole transformation that I need to figure out if I even want to go back to my weight before I was pregnant. So, you know, I understand why she's going through this. And like, since she's a public figure, you even have more scrutiny and people who have access to you commenting and saying things. On a small level, we do this the same on Instagram, which is why I'm like, all right.
And I had to take a break too. That's why I said men and women kind of go through the same thing. We don't think about it in those terms, but I had to take a pause the brakes on social media, because I'm more about living in that positive world. And if you're constantly reading negative comments about yourself, you're going to start to believe those comments.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm listening to all this and I'm looking and I'm wondering, do you think that she got the negative pushback and feedback that she got from her comments because she was a spokesperson, if I remember, from Weight Watchers, and people almost didn't like that she reinvented herself and she looked great? And there's a weird, morbid thing about watching people kind of like get better and then kind of lose it again.
People want to chop you down when you're kind of up on that pedestal.
A little bit. I don't know if there's anger because her transformation made them feel bad about themselves, so her kind of regressing.
But with Oprah, it was similar. You remember how much weight she lost, and now she's at a bigger size doing Weight Watchers in her own way. But it's kind of like she doesn't even leave room for, like, you can say anything to me. This is just me. I'm Oprah. So I think it also like affects people's confidence.
Absolutely.
And so either you're strong enough to say, I don't care what you think, which is really hard, or you're going to be hurt by something.
And the people leaving those comments, I don't think are huge fans of Weight Watchers. I don't think they're happy with themselves.
Absolutely not.
So they have to, you know, cast it out to Valerie Bertinelli, whoever else, and they makes themselves feel better about themselves in some weird way. I don't know.
It's projecting pain. You know, we're all hurting a little bit.
I don't like it, buddy. Coming up on DBL, our interview with Adam Rodriguez. He gives us a look into the show Finding Magic Mike and what he knows about the third movie. Ooh.
We all
Activated charcoal is a jet black powder made from peat, coconut shells, bamboo, and other types of wood. It can be found in a range of products, from food and detox drinks to teeth whitening and skincare products. According to Dr. Anderson, executive director of the Maryland Poison Center and professor of pharmacy practice and science at the University of Maryland School of Pharmacy, activated charcoal is often given to overdose patients to try and absorb ingested toxins. Adsorption happens when one material, like activated charcoal, sticks to the surface of another. It's a different process than absorption, which means two materials chemically combine. But does it work the same way for injections like the vaccines? Well, several Verify audience members, including Charmaine, have reached out to us asking if activated charcoal affects the COVID-19 vaccines. So let's verify. Our sources are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Dr. Bruce Anderson, Dr. Kaswar Talat, Associate Professor at Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, and Dr. Cheryl Brown, Medical Director at UltiMed Health Services. Since activated charcoal is ingested orally and the vaccine is injected into your arm, Doctors Brown and Talat agree. There isn't concern that they will come into contact.
So it's going down into your intestines, the activated charcoal. The vaccine actually goes into your arm and it goes into your bloodstream so that you can make a response, an antibody response in your bloodstream. So the activated charcoal shouldn't interact with that.
Activated charcoal is not on the CDC's list of medications people should not take before receiving any of the COVID-19 vaccines. So we can verify, no, taking activated charcoal will not affect COVID-19 vaccines. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till. To receive daily fast facts to your phone, text Verify to 202-410-8808. And to sign up for our newsletter, visit verifythis.com/email.
We've searched the country to find guys who feel like they've lost their magic, and we want to help them find it.
What up, you guys?
I don't feel like the main character in my life anymore. I'm kind of here to rediscover my own masculinity.
He got 6 packs. I got 12.
Hey, welcome back to DBL. That was a quick peek at Finding Magic Mike, a new competition show based on the steamy flick that left fans thirsting for more. Earlier, Adam Rodriguez shared how he helped regular guys discover their sexy side. Check this out.
Hi, Adam. Welcome to DBL. Now, you show off your abs and your sexy dance moves in the Magic Mike movies, and I want to know, this is hard news now. What was the hardest part about wearing a thong on the big screen?
You know, I really want to give you the right answer here.
I appreciate that,
The
sir.
hardest part was just making everything fit. That would be the hardest part of wearing the thong. And then knowing that the world was going to be watching you wasn't easy either.
Fair.
Obviously, the ladies love Magic Mike, but you are a happily married man. And I found out that you have like a really interesting story about how you met your wife because you were on a date with somebody else. So you need to walk us through how that happened.
One of my best friends had set me up on a casual blind date, and we went out for a night on the town and ended up at a party where I was having a perfectly good time with the girl I was on a date with, but I saw this woman across the room laughing about something. My heart just stopped, and I just had to know her. And as good fortune would have it, I had an opportunity to get to know her respectfully as the night went on, just very casually. And I was able to circle back around, and now she's my wife and the mother of our 3 children.
All right, we do want to hear about Finding Magic Mike. Finding Magic Mike has average dudes competing for a spot in the Magic Mike live show. Al is, I think, a runner-up. I think.
Yes,
So
I can't make it to average, but I'm close.
Got it. What were some of the biggest challenges that these really
Nobody's average. Nobody's average. Everybody's a very unique, special individual.
I love it. What were some of the challenges these very brave men faced?
You know, I'm so glad you used the word brave because they really were. These guys were so courageous to sign up for this show. I mean, granted, $100,000 is a great motivator, but these guys were brave. They showed up and they were willing to bare their souls and their bodies on TV and look silly doing it, but in the end, really triumph. I mean, every single one of these guys left with more than what they showed up with, and that's what the show was about. That was what we wanted to accomplish with the show.
That's awesome. All right, Channing Tatum announced there is a 3rd Magic Mike movie in the making, and it is rumored that it will include full frontal nudity. What do you know about this, and will you be returning for the 3rd movie?
Oh, wow, I didn't know about that. I did not know about that.
That'll be your cup of coffee this morning.
I have no idea. I can't help you with that one. You're gonna have to get Chan on to tell you more. Will I be back is another question that I don't have as much confidence in saying yes. I mean, there's a very slight chance that some of the guys from the other 2 movies will come make a cameo at some point.
Nice.
But this new movie is about a new crop of guys, and Mike Lane, Chan's character, is passing the baton to another generation, and I think he's gonna take the show on the road.
Whoa. Magic Mike on the road.
I love it.
Too much to handle. All right, this was amazing. What a great interview. Thank you for joining us, Adam. DBL Nation, you can find Finding Magic Mike now on HBO Max. I love it. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, Adam.
You were awesome. Thanks, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Stores are preparing for one of the biggest return seasons ever. Let's connect the dots. Every year after Christmas, retailers are ready for a wave of presents being sent back. But this year is different. Tech company Optoro predicts that between Thanksgiving and January, $120 billion in goods will be returned. That's because the way we shop changed during the pandemic. Fitting rooms have largely become a thing of the past, which means no one is trying on clothes before they buy. In fact, many shoppers are now buying multiple sizes of the same items so they can pick the best fit at home and return the rest. And ongoing supply chain issues have left many sizes out of stock. Experts say shoppers snatched up any size they could get their hands on this year out of fear their gifts wouldn't arrive in time for Christmas. So what if you got a sweater that's 3 sizes too big? Experts say mailing your returns could take more time and cost more money. They say in most cases, the fastest way to get your refund will be bringing items directly to the store. And that is connecting the dots.
Between November 2020 and November 2021, the U.S. saw its highest inflation rate in 39 years. Consumer prices rose nearly 7% across the board. Economists say inflation will likely remain high for a few more months, but things should calm down later in 2022. And families could see some relief even in the next few weeks. Worldwide, prices are dropping for crude oil and natural gas, which means the prices of heating your home and filling up your car are going down. Our supply chains are also recovering as we head into 2022. Insurance company Euler Hermes says most companies are nearly restocked after cutting inventory in 2020. And many are increasing their shipping capacity to get those goods to you. And we're seeing action from the government, too. The Federal Reserve says it's prepared to raise interest rates up to 3 times in 2022 to combat inflation. Now, that would make borrowing for big purchases more expensive, but could drop the prices of your day-to-day expenses.
Listen, this past couple of years has been so crazy. Let's express gratitude for this year and all of the amazing gifts that are coming in 2022.
This year, let's try and put aside all of our differences and just be together and really be present in the moment.
From the Showman's Happy Holidays.
From me and my family, we truly want to thank you over the years how much support you've given me and our whole team.
I know the holiday season can be difficult for some, and I just want to let you all know that you're not alone, and I'm wishing you a holiday season full of love and light.
From all of us here at Daily Blast Live,
we want to wish you
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And a healthy new year.
And my baby said happy holidays.
Welcome back to DBL. We only have 20 seconds. But in the break, we were talking about Sweaty Abs and Magic Mike and some other
and
movies.
how I love that movie.
But you were saying it was actually good and there's some
I watched
substance.
it 5 times with my cousins. We had some wine. It was a classic. Classic on my classic.
I don't know about a class. It's not Citizen Kane.
Gone with the Wind, West Side Story, Magic Mike. Check it out. DBL.
Classic.